I fucking called it. I fucking called it, and I'm not surprised. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. For today, it is all about the result and the review of Clash of the Castle. Honestly, literally, it's everything that we expected. We expected chaos to show up in the I Quit match. We expected chaos to show up during the main event for the World Heavyweight title. Almost everything that I had talked about in my prediction video on Wednesday all came to pass. And we are going to kick things off with the undisputed WWE title between AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes in an I Quit match, where the only way to win is to make your opponent utter the words "I quit." Honestly, it was about everything we had expected. There was everything that got involved in this match. Tables were involved, chairs were involved, steel steps were involved, kendo sticks, the prime hydration station, everything damn near, including the kitchen sink. Damn near. It was chaos. And we all know that both these men would never actually utter the words "I quit." But today, we witnessed history. Cody Rhodes got busted open at the hands of AJ Styles. AJ Styles got busted open at the hands of Cody Rhodes, and this was pure chaos back and forth. And we were literally expecting the rest of the OC to get involved. We were expecting Gallows to get involved. We were expecting Anderson to get involved, potentially Michin. But no, they didn't get involved whatsoever. And it was purely one-on-one, and this was an instant classic. When it comes to I Quit matches, this was an instant classic. And honestly, it even took handcuffs. And not even that made Cody Rhodes utter the words "I quit." But AJ Styles even also decided to get into the face of Mama Rhodes, Michelle Rhodes, and just talk a lot of shit. And a couple of slaps to the face of AJ Styles is what did him in. And the closing moments, the closing few minutes of the match, we saw Cody Rhodes hit not one, not two, but three crossroads onto AJ Styles, with the third one being on the chair. And he even handcuffed AJ Styles to the ropes and picked up the steel steps, and AJ was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I quit. Literally, he uttered the words "I quit." And we even also found out as well that he actually had to receive immediate medical attention, which could mean he might have ended up getting injured. Which, that's the thing with these types of matches. When it comes to I Quit matches, steel cage, Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, the injuries can happen at any time. Even if it was a traditional one-on-one match or a traditional tag match or whatever, injuries can happen at any time. And that's why WWE always tells us to not try it at home. Yet there's a bunch of people out there that do it anyway because they think it's fun. But in reality, let's be real here, you guys. Don't. Trust me. The last thing you guys want to do is get hurt or worse. Just saying. That being said, honestly, this was pretty much everything we had expected. We knew that Cody was never going to utter the words "I quit." We knew that AJ Styles had the killer instinct to potentially make Cody say "I quit." But it was what Michael Cole mentioned during the show that made all the difference. And the question would be, does Cody Rhodes have the instinct to actually flip that switch and make AJ Styles utter the words "I quit"? And honestly, yeah, he did. But it was after the match that made things even more interesting. that actually made the summer, the road to Money in the Bank and the road to SummerSlam, a little more interesting, as we saw a face-off between Cody and Solo Sikoa, but Cody got jumped by the other members of the Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, but he ended up getting saved by none other than Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, which begs the question: could we have War Games show up leading into Survivor Series? Maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are good friends with Cody Rhodes, but we even also saw Randy Orton eyeing up the WWE title. So it buys into the question of whether or not we might see a heel turn for Randy Orton. Is it possible? Absolutely, 100%. But Cody and Randy, they've been, or actually rather, both Randy and Kevin Owens, they've been a team for the last few months ever since WrestleMania season earlier this year, and they've gelled pretty well. They've won quite a few matches together. They might have lost a couple here and there, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Cody Rhodes may end up indeed entering War Games once again. Only time will tell. But honestly, this was absolutely ballistically crazy, in my honest opinion. This is an easy 4 stars. Honestly, I don't think it could have ended any other way. I really don't think so. I think it was more so the fact that AJ Styles just really didn't have it anymore. I feel like AJ Styles, yes, he still has a lot left in the tank, but it was more the matter of the question if AJ Styles could become a world champion one more time before he could hang up the boots. And honestly, tonight was just not his night. Obviously, yes, there will be other opportunities, and yeah, he could also potentially go after the United States title at some point, which is possible, but we don't really know for sure. And honestly, with that brand new music he has as a babyface, I think it would do AJ Styles a little justice, in my honest opinion. But we do have to shift gears to the triple threat for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, as Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defended the titles against none other than the team of Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler and Scotland's own Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. Women like Piper Niven and women like Alba Fire were the trailblazers behind wrestling, women's wrestling in Scotland. And Piper even said it best yesterday on the kickoff show that people made fun of her for wanting to be in wrestling because it was meant to be for the guys, but she proved the whole world wrong, and it was wrong, and it's because of guys, it's because of women like her and women like Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, and even also as well guys like Gallus, guys like Drew McIntyre, guys like Sheamus, who all started the careers in their homeland, whether it was Scotland or England or Ireland or wherever, that NXT UK became one of the hottest prospects in professional wrestling. And yeah, it's true that NXT UK is no longer around, but the legacy that NXT UK left behind will always resonate within the hearts and the minds of those who started their WWE careers in NXT UK, whether it was Rhea Ripley, Piper Niven, Gallus, Tyler Bate, and Pete Dunne, and guys like Trent Seven, who's been working in TNA for a little bit. So there's a lot of so there was a lot of pressure, behind both Dawn and Fire, but the pressure did not matter. They were able to pull it off, as we saw Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair hit the same finishing move that they used at King and Queen of the Ring in Jeddah onto I think it was Indy Hartwell. Yeah, onto I think to Candice LeRae. I think what was it called, the Ocean Cyclone DDT combo, and then it literally they hit that on Shayna Baszler. Dawn throws Bianca Belair out of the way and rather Cargill out of the way and pins Shayna Baszler to win the women's tag team titles. Now the question is this, because they were once NXT women's tag team champions, but the WWE women's tag team titles is the bigger question. Can they hold on to the titles for the length of time that they did when they were the tag team champions in NXT? That right there is the big question, and honestly, we're going to find out very, very soon, because now that Bianca and Jade are no longer champions, pretty much everybody is going to go after them. Jade and Bianca, Shayna and Zoe, Indy and Candice, Damage Control, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. You have about at least 10 female tag teams, not just on Raw, SmackDown, but also in NXT combined, that want the women's tag team titles. And with the partnership that NXT has had with TNA, maybe we might see some tag teams form in TNA coming over to WWE to challenge Dawn and Fire for those tag team titles at some point. It's possible, but only time will tell. I'm gonna be a bit optimistic here, and I'm gonna give this 3 stars. Reason being is because over the last I want to say over the course of the last year and a half, the women's tag team titles hadn't been defended all that much, mainly because of the fact that there were a lot of people in the higher ups, and also a lot of people from within the WWE universe that didn't really see a lot of potential in the women's tag team titles like they did back in 2019 when they were first introduced, which honestly, I was all for it, and I'm still all for it. Women getting more championships in WWE, I'm all for it. Not only do we have the women's world title, we've got the WWE women's title, the WWE women's tag team titles, the NXT women's title, and we also now have the NXT women's North American title as well. And there's been a lot of chatter going around as of late that the main roster is also going to have their own mid-card women's title as well, which I believe is supposed to be the Women's Intercontinental Championship as well. And we're not supposed to be getting it until later on, until in the late summer this year. So potentially September, even in October as well. There's a lot going on, a lot of rumors, and that's one of them. And I'm all for it. If the rumors are true, I'm all for it. But could this match have ended differently? Obviously, Jade and Bianca retaining the women's tag team titles, but I mentioned that there was no way in hell that they were gonna win. They were gonna retain the titles because it was under triple threat rules, and turns out I was right. But shout outs to Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Congrats to them on becoming the new tag team champions. There's no telling what will be next for those two ladies. But we now move into what was going to be all or nothing for Chad Gable as he challenged Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Speaking of the IC title, the men's Intercontinental title was being defended. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable. This was basically Chad Gable's last opportunity at the title. He had a chance against Sami in Montreal, Sami's hometown. He had a chance in Jeddah at King and Queen of the Ring. Both times, he failed miserably. This was his last chance. But did he succeed or did he fail? And the answer? He failed. How? Simple. Simple. It is very, very simple. He got too distracted by the rest of Alpha Academy. Obviously, he wanted Maxine Dupree to hit Sami Zayn with said Intercontinental title, but Maxine was like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And Chad Gable got so pissed off. He had her go up to the apron. And right as Sami Zayn was about to hit Chad Gable with the haluva kick, it backfired as he almost hit Maxine Dupree, and Gable was able to hit Sami Zayn with Chaos Theory, and it backfired. Then while Sami Zayn was on the floor, he wanted Otis to hit him, but it backfired. But prior to that, Chad Gable had Sami Zayn in an ankle lock, which gave Sami Zayn the chance to counter and use his lower body strength to throw Chad Gable into Maxine Dupree, hitting her with a chop block, targeting the bad leg of Maxine Dupree. And at that moment when Otis chose not to hit Sami Zayn, he picked up Maxine Dupree and walked off, which allowed Sami Zayn to hit Chad Gable with a haluva kick to retain the Intercontinental title. You guys know, when it comes to that Intercontinental title, it's always going to be at least 4 stars or higher. This one is definitely going to be one of them. Chad Gable was so hell-bent on wanting to become Intercontinental Champion that he literally took his eye off the ball and had his focus on the Alpha Academy. And now, the question remains, where does Chad Gable go from here? It's over. There's no more opportunities, for Chad Gable and that Intercontinental title. He's done. Now he has to put his focus back onto the Alpha Academy and realize, I fucked up. That is what he has to think about in his mind. The fact that he fucked up. And I can guarantee you that come this Monday on Raw, it is going to be exactly as Michael Cole said. It is going to be must-see TV. The whole world is going to want to watch Monday Night Raw, which would be the fallout of Clash of the Castle. Could it have ended differently? I mean, to be fair, if Otis did embrace Chad Gable's heel run, then yes, Gable probably would have had a chance. But I feel like the heart that's inside Otis was what took over, and I really don't think there was any other way that match could have ended. So props to Sami Zayn. He definitely deserved that victory. But we move into the WWE Women's title between Bayley and Piper Niven from Ayrshire, Scotland. Which is pretty interesting because the fans in Glasgow were cheering for Piper, but they were also cheering for Bayley as well. So it was a bit of a mixed feel for both women in this match. And Piper Niven, not Piper Niven, Chelsea Green thought it was a good idea to poke at the referee and poke out the eyes of the referee, and no, that did not work out, because that was when Piper Niven got a 2 count from Bayley, and the referee Charles Robinson was like, you know what, fuck you, you're out of here, bye-bye, get out of ringside, you don't belong here. The door's that way. The door is that way. The curtain's that way. And it ended up being 1-on-1, and obviously, yes, it was an instant classic. But Chelsea Green decided to return in a Rey Mysterio mask, and literally a Rey Mysterio like mask, trying to pretend to be someone else, but Charles knew. He's been a referee for decades now. He knew who the hell it was. Bayley attacked Chelsea Green. Piper ended up taking advantage for a little bit, but the closing moments we saw Bayley hit Piper Niven with a crucifix driver to retain the WWE Women's title. And as Bayley went out of the ring and held her title, a simple nod to Piper Niven as a sign of respect, proving that Piper Niven belongs in WWE. She belongs in the main roster, but she still has a little bit of time. But she still has but she still has a lot to prove. She has a lot of time to prove that she deserves to be WWE Women's Champion at some point. And honestly, I feel like a babyface run for Piper Niven could really do her justice, because I feel like all Chelsea Green is doing is just holding her back. That's how I feel anyway. I don't know about you guys. But I feel like Chelsea Green is holding Piper Niven back from reaching her full potential. And honestly, I think breaking away from Chelsea Green and potentially going after the women's Money in the Bank ladder match could really do her justice. But honestly, 4 stars. This was probably one of the best WWE Women's title matches we had. I think since WrestleMania, with Bayley and Io Sky, honestly, going after the title. So could it have ended differently? Obviously, if Chelsea Green hadn't have gotten involved, I feel like Piper Niven could have had it, but that basically just proves it right there. If that doesn't prove that Chelsea Green is holding Piper Niven back, I don't know what is proof. But we now move into the main event, and honestly, I'm not even gonna justify this match. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna say this. I said that even though the Judgment Day would be banned from ringside, CM Punk was not banned. I fucking called it. Closing moments. Referee got knocked down. McIntyre hits Priest with a Claymore. CM Punk comes in a referee shirt. 1, 2. Nope. You get no 3. You get no 3 count from me. And that was when CM Punk kicked Drew McIntyre low, and that allowed Damian Priest to hit Drew McIntyre with the South of Heaven chokeslam to retain the World Heavyweight title. And now the question is this: what is next for Drew McIntyre? Because here's the thing. If McIntyre had won the World Heavyweight title from Damian Priest at Clash of the Castle tonight, I feel like that what happened in Cardiff would have all washed away. It would have been gone, as if that moment had never took place. And now the remnants of Cardiff haunts Drew McIntyre, and I can guarantee you that CM Punk is gonna rue the day that he ever pissed off Drew McIntyre, which begs the question: are we gonna see 2 baby faces go at it, or is CM Punk turning heel? That right there is the big question. We don't really know for sure, but aside from that, it was an instant classic. 5 stars easy. I know that a lot of you guys wanted Drew McIntyre to win. Excuse me. But to be fair, we're still in the early stages of Damian Priest's run as world champion. So I feel like that there's still a lot for Priest to prove, and this was that match to prove it. But CM Punk got involved, so I feel like that there needs to be a match. There needs to be a time where McIntyre gets one more opportunity at the World Heavyweight title, but it has to be in an environment where neither CM Punk nor the Judgment Day can get involved whatsoever, and it's clean one-on-one. My opinion, Hell in a Cell. That's how I see it. Where? Simple. Money in the Bank. I'm putting my call in. Let's make it happen. Drew McIntyre, if you are watching this, which I'm hoping someone shares this, and shows this to Drew McIntyre. My man, if you're watching this, Monday Night on Raw, get the rematch, Money in the Bank, Hell in a Cell, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's see if we can make it happen. Can it happen? Only time will tell. But overall, the card itself was absolutely incredible. 4 stars easy. I'm not even gonna say anything more. And on that note, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.